Hey, how's it going, everybody? Uh, I gotta be a little quiet today. My girlfriend's sleeping, and this will be the first time that she's got a day off today. So, sound likes to travel here, so we're gonna see. Hopefully, this doesn't wake her up. But I apologize for being a little low. I'll see if I can like ramp it up a little bit after I'm done recording. Um, so yesterday went. I'd say yesterday was a 50-50. I had intent to write and do some sketching for the Vulture and Spider-Gwen. Didn't get a chance to do that. Did a little bit of writing, and I did wrap up the thumbnails for JESOP King issue 2. By the way, I will be. When did I schedule that post on Patreon? Tomorrow, I think. So if you're a patron subscriber, or even if you care at all, Monday those will be up. So you guys can check them out. They're a little like I made a little note. They're a little spoilerish. If you can, if you can understand the chicken scratch that's going on there. So what I've been thinking is, man, resistance has been super crazy today. Just got up about I don't know half hour ago. Had some toast. Got a coffee going here. The cats are in here doing their thing, and I'm starting to wonder. And if I'm wondering, I don't know if it's because I've been getting up so early and it's it takes time to like make that full transition, right? But taking Sundays off, and part of me is like, yeah, but those are like it's like 100% all you, man. You can just do whatever you want that day, right? And then the other side's like, if I didn't have the day job that I go to, it'd be different. It'd be a little different, right? I feel like more of the work that I need to get done, I would get done throughout the week. Um, but I don't know for sure because I don't do that full time, right? So that makes like especially weekends for anybody that's doing freelance or anything like that. It makes weekends like friggin' precious, man. And I'm feeling that battle back and forth of, well, everybody gets days off. You deserve one too. And then on the other side is like, yeah, but you get to do some stuff you enjoy, right? And if going back and forth like this means, one second here. Sorry about that. So going back and forth, if that means I gotta just figure out what we're gonna do. So anyway, I won't bore you guys with whatever I'm gonna decide. I'll let you guys know tomorrow. But regardless, Monday to Saturday should be still good to go. Sundays I usually save for what I consider like administration is what I've come to call it, meaning how I'll semi-plan out the week, what I got going on, projects, specifically email requests and private messages and stuff. If I can't get to them throughout the week, I know that that's like my catch. On Sunday, I can go through and process all that stuff. And it's what I do like about Sundays is that it can get the week coming up started off great, and I don't have to put in like a lot of work. I can just sort of lay the groundwork so that all the heavy lifting is sorted. It's Sundays are basically my thumbnails if if you want to put an art spin on it. Also, lately, I've been getting really trying to get really aggressive and stay on point with budgeting for money. And I recommend you guys check that stuff out too. It's super important. But Sundays, when I go over, I look over all my receipts, see how I'm doing with the budget that I lined out at the beginning of the month, and just make sure I'm not overspending in certain areas so that you know money can be there when you need it. That kind of stuff. So how long are we in here? I feel like this was going to be a super short one. Today, what we're going to work on is, and I'll be honest, I woke up today and I'm like, you know what? I feel like if we're going to do the day off thing, and it's weird because it's 4 a.m., right? And like, there's nobody up. There's nobody that I can talk to because everybody's asleep. There's no distractions. So my mind starts going into like, instead of looking for distractions, let's make one, Just take the day off. Go play some games, watch some TV, do something unproductive. But it can be healthy to do that. So I'm not going to take that away. I'll definitely I'll call it today a half day until we decide what we're going to do. But we're going to do some writing for sure. I want to get at least some footholds going in that. As for actual drawing, what I was thinking of doing, because I won't be drawing any Jessup and stuff. What I'm trying to do this time around is with Jessup King issue 1, I was doing pages in batches, meaning I would do 3 to 5 pages of like thumbnails, and then I would move on to breakdowns in script, then line art, inks, color, letter, that kind of stuff, right? Now what I'm going to try to do, since changing the format up to be like a full 22 pager, 24 pages around there, is thumbnail the whole thing, write the whole thing, letter the whole thing, then breakdowns and get into the art and all that stuff. But once I do the lettering and the the writing and the lettering through the entire book, I feel like I could still possibly batch after that. So I could just do like 5 page batches. And the reason I really like that is because if I don't do that, like I enjoy drawing more than coloring. And if I wait to do the coloring until all the line art's done, that means it could be like 2 weeks, 2 weeks of just coloring, and I'm not drawing. And I know where I'll go with that with my head, and I'll just be like, oh, I'll start looking for excuses to draw other things, and I don't want to be doing that. So all this kind of like starter work with the script and all that, I could probably get that done earlier. And I also forgot too. And I'll be sharing this. This I don't. Well, no, I should. 2 things here. Hopefully, I won't forget. One is, if you guys can remind me here, uh, issue 2 making a cover, and the other update, I guess, is yesterday. Like I said, even though I was fighting the resistance stuff pretty hard, I figured that like what I could do is some of the stuff that's not really art related, but I need to get done anyway. So on Patreon, just a little update, and I apologize. I don't mean to keep throwing this at you guys, but regardless, I made some videos yesterday. You guys can check them out for Patreon. Just streamlining the reward tiers. I heard some feedback from people. Initially, it was pretty cool. I was doing. I guess I don't say offer my services. That sounds so like lame, but I think it was $30 for an hour where we could hang out on Google Hangout, and I enjoyed that a lot. But sometimes what would happen is that would sort of be the pillar around which the day revolved, meaning I had an appointment at so and so's time that we could meet up, and I had to get up at a certain time to make sure that I was there, and then get back in that mind flow of getting work done. It was more of a scheduling and workflow kind of problem and all that stuff. And what was really cool about it was it definitely helped, and it was in context of I suppose what my YouTube channel was, not that it is now. And you could tell. I've noticed too on these Scribble chats, I've gotten a loyal following of thumb down people, which is cool. That means I'm starting to get to that next step, where you get the people that enjoy your stuff, and you get those people that enjoy to not like your stuff. So welcome, whoever you are out there. I appreciate the thumbs down. Um, but everything so far has just been that switch to comics, right? And the comic I'm doing right now is JESOP. So I changed up my Patreon to reflect something I thought was a little bit better, but a lot of people started leaving, and I imagine it was for the like I jumped one of the thing was that I was doing tutorial videos once a month, and I increased the rate of that. I'd say like 66%, maybe around there, 70%. Only because I was finding like that was, besides the hangouts, that was the thing that people were finding the most valuable. And in saying that, it almost sounds like I wasn't. It wasn't my intent anyway of increasing the rate because people want it, and I mean I can just charge what I want. You guys will pay, kind of thing. It was more along the lines of for newcomers coming along, because I started noticing that it was becoming not just I don't want to call it this. I hate it, the premium content shit, but it was one of those things that was getting heavily sought after because I wasn't really doing it anywhere else, I think. And it wasn't really that fun to do, I'll be honest. So I think I was sort of self-sabotaging it, trying to get people to run away from it, so that I didn't really have to do it. Because when I first started the YouTube channel stuff, this is like what, 6, 7 years ago, and there's a lot of tutorials now. But back then there was tutorials, but not too many, and it was a great way to grow a channel and all that stuff. But since then, I just think it's way better just to, or at least current version, right, is just make a channel that you document what you're doing. I think more people enjoy process, which a tutorial kind of is. It's just a condensed video of process. And then that just sort of like wraps up to where we're at now. And what I decided to do was just go, you know what, make it super simple. Get the prices down so that there's something for everybody. that's interested more so in where I'm going and where I'm at with Jessup King, and other comics that come in the future. So check it out if you're interested. You know, you get the free brushes or not the free. There's brushes available on there. If you enjoy process stuff, that's going up every Monday, or not every Monday, but this Monday. The thumbnails are going up, but the cover, that's what I wanted to talk about. I'll be sharing that on Patreon first. But what I'll do is I'm going to record a video because I'm noticing I don't stream and stuff as often as I used to. And that was really my primary way of making content. And now it's just turning into like Scribblechat, the Scribble show, and that's all it is, right? Because I don't really make video content that much anymore. It just takes too long. I'll be honest with you. It just takes too long, and I'd rather just be making artwork, comics and stuff. I don't consider myself a YouTube creator. I don't want to put high production values in a lot of things, just because it's not how I like to communicate to you guys. So anyway, I'll record the process of the cover, and to do it right, I have to give it to the Patreon subscribers first. That's just the way it is, right? So they'll get it. So you guys will get it. Usually that stuff, I'm not sure how early that stuff gets released. But you guys will see it here on YouTube. Probably, I don't know, a week or two, whenever I'm gonna get to it. I don't even know if it'll be that soon. I don't know. We'll see. Just stuff I'm thinking about. But anyway, that should be it for now. I can't really think of anything else to update you guys with. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, and keep reading comics, keep making comics. And that sounds really weird to sign off on this one on that one. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.